Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to Libra Views. I'm Charlene. Subscribe to my channel and like this video, okay? So I'm here to discuss and talk about the season finale of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think this is what, season 12? Not sure. But yeah, the season finale just happened a couple days ago. I know I'm a little late, but anyway, get into this review. Okay. So the episode pretty much opens up with, I got notes, okay? I learned this from Rodney the Voice. You know, he has a little notepad, and I'm like, let me write down some shit so I'm not just completely going off, you know, the muscle, because sometimes you miss out on shit, okay? So the episode opens up, you know, Eva had her baby. Cynthia's talking to her daughter who's in LA, you know, and it kind of started out a little lighthearted. And then the episode transforms into a conversation that Miss Candy was having with her mama, Mama Joyce, who is a fan favorite, Mama Joyce, because I love me some Mama Joyce, okay? Well, this episode I might have to give Mama Joyce the business, but in a general sense, I fuck with Mama Joyce. She funny as hell, okay? So Mama Joyce starts breaking out this lunchbox story. And the lunchbox story, I ain't gonna lie, I was sitting there like, Mama Joyce, what the hell are you talking about? Like, she basically said that while she was in school, she didn't have a lunchbox because her mom used to give her money so that she could buy her lunch at school. And basically this girl came up to her and asked her, was being nosy, asked her why she didn't have a lunchbox, because a lot of the girls had lunchboxes that would match their outfits. And she told the girl why. And then the girl said, okay, well, can I see your money? And then Mama Joyce, you know, shows her the money. And the girl said, well, can I hold your money? And Mama Joyce said yes. And the girl took Mama Joyce's money and never gave it back. So that was Mama Joyce's big significant story about the lunchbox that was sitting there on Candy's table, okay? So then Candy pretty much basically picked up on it and said that it was shade that Mama Joyce was throwing towards Todd, okay? Mama Joyce still has some type of feelings toward Todd, obviously. You know, and honestly, I don't think Mama Joyce ever really liked Todd. I think whenever Todd and Mama Joyce and Candy and the whole family kind of came together in a sense was when Todd's mother passed away. I think that Mama Joyce felt sad for him, and I think that Mama Joyce just kind of felt bad. Just felt bad. You know what I mean? Like, this guy, he is the father of my grandchildren. My grandchild, the step parent to my other grandchild. He is the husband of my daughter, and his mom just passed away. And I think that, coupled with a couple of other things, I think that ultimately kind of led Mama Joyce to kind of give a better attitude towards Todd. But do I think that Mama Joyce ever liked Todd and accepted Todd, even when he started making all these business ventures and things like that? No, I don't. Okay? So, Mama Joy's still mad at Todd, and she told that whole lunchbox story to basically throw shade at Todd and basically tell Candy, you better protect your money, because that's the whole reason why I don't trust people. Okay. Now, the scene goes to Nene talking to Wendy Williams. Now, I see why Wendy Williams was a little irritated when Nene called her on live, okay? Now, Wendy Williams has so far made 2 appearances on the Real Housewives of Atlanta on behalf of Nene, okay? And I do understand now why Wendy is like on some shit like, girl, every single time that we talk during a live or a filming session that it's pre-planned. You know what I'm saying? And if you notice, Wendy Williams wasn't... Oh, excuse me, my edges. I didn't even lay my edges. Oh, I don't even give a fuck. It's quarantine, child. Leave me alone. If you notice, Wendy's conversation with Nene wasn't on the... sorry, child. Let me take a sip. Wendy Williams and Nene's conversation was not along the lines of, hey, how are you doing? How's your health? What have you been up to? Wendy Williams was discussing the drama between Nene and Kenya and the interview and the soundbite that Kenya gave to TMZ about Nene. That's what Wendy Williams was discussing. So even in, their friendship, it seems to semi still be about business. Nene, take a fucking hit. Wendy Williams don't fuck with you like that. Okay. Now, as far as what Kenya said on TMZ, Kenya knows she's on the show. She knows she got to pump this up. And, do I think that Kenya should have brought Nene up during her, beauty line launch at Sally's? No, I don't. However, Nene, you've done that plenty of times as well. When you've been on Watch What's Happened Live and when you've been on different interviews, you've definitely thrown shade at the other girls. Now, the difference, I guess, in a sense, between Kenya and you, Nene, is that Kenya was at a completely different, you know what I mean? She was at her business launch. So, although the cameras for Real Housewives of Atlanta were there, the context should have just simply been your business, whereas a Watch What Happens Live is a show meant to discuss the reality show topics. You know what I'm saying? So I get that, but in the same breath, Nene, whenever you're doing promo, whenever you're on interviews, you have no problem talking about Cynthia, talking about Candy, talking about Portia, talking about Kenya. You have no problem with doing that. So stop acting like, you want to bring me up, Nene, stop that shit. Because Nene do that. Nene acts so, she does the same shit to people and they act so surprised when it happens to her. I just don't get it. Okay. So, she's on the phone with Wendy Williams, as I was just saying, and Nene was throwing shade, talking about, she finally, had a baby, and, it's, all this, just throwing shade, just being mean. And then so the next scene goes on, and Todd is planning the baby shower, and Candy calls in to talk to him about why Todd didn't speak to her or her mom, Mama Joyce, while they were all at the restaurant prior to that conversation. Okay. Mama Joyce said that she wanted to come to the baby shower. Now that, I don't like that, Mama Joyce. I don't like that, Mama Joyce. And I'm going to go get some more wine, so excuse me. I didn't like that, Mama Joyce. I didn't like that, Mama Joyce. That was the petty-ish shit. So, okay. So basically what happened was Mama Joyce and Candy was at, I assume they were at OLG, Old Lady Gang, having lunch, whatever. Todd comes in. He doesn't speak to Candy. He doesn't speak to Mama Joyce. He converses with a couple of his employees and then kind of sits at the bar in the corner to himself, just on his phone. Okay. Mama Joyce did not like that. And in return, she declined the offer of coming to her grandchild's baby shower. On one hand, do I see how it could be taken as rude that Todd didn't go out of his way to stop and talk to Candy or Mama Joyce? Yes, I can see how that is rude. You understand what I'm saying? But did it occur to Candy or Mama Joyce that maybe Todd was having a bad day? Did it ever occur to Mama Joyce and Candy that maybe perhaps he was thinking about his mother that day? And seeing his wife, interact, and not on necessarily a jealous tip, but, just to see, his wife interact with her mom and the close relationship that they foster, and he can't pick up the phone and talk to his mom. Maybe that kind of irritated him that day. Do you realize that maybe, perhaps, Todd just didn't want to talk? Why wouldn't one of you ladies, go and ask him and check upon him and make sure that he was okay? So you mean to tell me that Todd was sitting on one side of the restaurant, you ladies were sitting on the other side of the restaurant. Todd clearly is feeling some type of way because he's not speaking with you. You're sitting on the other side of the restaurant feeling some type of way, but instead of either one of you making that first step to, see what was wrong or up with the other person, you both decide to just let it be. Now, I will repeat, Todd not going out of his way to say hi to his wife and his mother-in-law was rude. But again, did it occur to either one of you ladies that maybe he was having a bad day and maybe you should go check up on your husband? Or Mama Joyce, maybe you should check up on your son-in-law? So I just thought, this is wine. I thought it was complete and utter bullshit that Mama Joyce decided that she was going to come to the fucking baby shower. And here's another thing with it, right? Todd has the daughter, Kayla. Kayla came from, was birthed naturally by her mother. Riley was birthed naturally by Candy. Candy and Todd created little Ace, who's the cutest little button. They created him together, and Candy birthed him naturally. The little baby girl, who it has now been announced that her name is going to be Blaze. I kind of liked Banks, but Blaze is cute too. I'm happy that Candy was a little bit more discreet with the name choosing, because Kim Zolciak would have popped up with one of her motherfucking kids named Blaze and Banks. Because you remember when Kim stole the name Cash? I ain't forgetting about that shit. I said Candy's smart. I said Candy waited to expose that name, because Kim Zolciak, just in her white woman ways, would have snatched all the juice and the sauce from Candy, just like how she did with Cash. But anyway, Candy and Todd created Ace on their own. So this young baby girl, Blaze, she is going to be the only child that was created and birthed via surrogate. Do you not think that little baby girl, although she may receive all the love in the world from her parents, although she may receive all the love in the world from her siblings, do you not still even think that she's going to feel some type of way and feel different? Did you not think about that? So not only is she going to feel, she's going to be the youngest, and she's going to be the only one that was birthed via surrogacy. So she's already going to feel like an outcast already. And then when she's looking at Ace's baby shower photos and sees her grandmother there. And when she looks at Riley's younger photos and see Mama Joyce involved. But then she looks at her photos and sees that her grandmother was nowhere to be found. Do you not think that would maybe make her feel some type of way? Like, damn, like I'm so different. Like my grandma didn't come to my baby shower. I wasn't born naturally the way that I was supposed to be born. Or whatever, what have you. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was the pettiest shit ever. At the end of the day, you can be as mad as you want with Todd, Mama Joyce. And I'm not calling this in, but Todd and Candy could get a divorce 6 months from now. But Mama Joyce, that baby will still be your grandchild. You know what I mean? You should have been there for your daughter and for your grandchild no matter what. Because men, they come and go. But family is family. And Todd right now is your family. So you know what I'm saying. But like, again, Todd and or Candy can both be like, listen, I'm tired of this fucking relationship. And then they fucking go their separate ways. And you will never probably have to see or have intense conversations with Todd ever again. But you chose to miss out on your grandchild's baby shower. And I thought that was some petty ass controlling shit, Mama Joyce. I didn't like that. So anyway, and Todd was planning the baby shower. And Candy called and made and voiced her being upset about Todd doing what he did at the restaurant. Okay. So Nene visits Portia, and as soon as Nene walks into the house, baby PJ get the crime. Now Nene she's a big bitch. Nene's a big bitch. She got the big yellow hair. She got the big face. She's got long hair. You know what I mean? The baby was just a little intimidated. But once Nene busted out the gifts, little baby PJ, just as cute and chunky as a button, was back to her regular normal self. Now, of course, Nene and Portia get the gossiping, girl. Now, prior to this episode, the ladies of the show was at some dinner or some lunch or some shit. I don't remember what it was. It was an episode or so ago. And Kenya was talking about Shamia, who was Portia's best friend, talking to Shamia about, having the baby and how Shamia called her soon as her water broke. And Portia kind of felt some type of way about that. Like, Portia's like, okay, like, oh, You called Kenya, but you didn't call me, and I'm supposed to be your best friend? How, that don't make no sense. So, of course, after the event, Portia has a conversation with Shamia, and then Shamia then says, that girl, I ain't never called Kenya. I called Kenya after the fact, or text Kenya after the fact and told her that my water broke. But I didn't call her right then and there, and I don't know why she would try to make it seem that way. And Shamia said the only reason why she didn't say anything at the time was because it was kind of an important event and she didn't want to blow Portia's spot up or cause drama at this event. But that's how Kenya is. Kenya is a rich white woman at heart. She has that beautiful chocolate skin on the outside, but on the inside, she is definitely a Caucasian queen. And she knows how to word her words. She knows how to word her sayings, her sentences, and such to convey and to give off certain vibes. Even if it'll be true, but it won't be true at the same time. She's very good with her words. Miss USA. And so Nene goes on and she's just like, basically talking about how tired she is of Kenya. And then they were talking about how, Kenya had spoke on Nene during the TMZ interview. And, Nene started bringing up all the stuff that Kenya has done. And don't get me wrong, Kenya has antagonized a lot of people on this show. So for Kenya to try to act as if, Nene is doing something so wrong. But at the same time, Nene didn't like Kenya either coming off the gate. Like, let's rewind it back. Nene never fucked with Kenya like that coming off the bat. Because Kenya was somewhat similar to Candy in the sense that Kenya came onto the scene with accolades and with already a status. Now, she damn sure didn't have the money that Candy had. But the accolades, the history, the accomplishments, her already having a sense of, what I mean, what it was. Now, Cynthia was a model before but Cynthia has a very docile personality and character. So it was easy for Nene to kind of get into that situation and maneuver it the way that she wanted it to be maneuvered. But Nene never liked Kenya. So Nene, you gave Kenya shit. Kenya tried to kiss your ass. And after you continuously gave Kenya shit, Kenya now ain't for your ass. And she don't give a fuck if you apologize if you don't. She not hearing it and she not featuring your ass. And that's just that on that. So, So, Candy's getting ready for the baby shower, and Todd's daughter, Kayla, is talking about leaving New York and moving back to Atlanta, moving back in the house. Now, Candy brought up a good point. She said, Kayla, you're 23, you're in your 20s. Like, don't you want to get your own apartment? And, listen, it's a whole different generation. I moved out the house when I was 17. And never looked back, child. I ran out the fucking front door and I never came back. Child, when I tell you, when I left the house so motherfucking fast, bitch, I ain't never looked back, and that was that. But see, it's a different generation. And also, Candy, bitch, I wouldn't want to move out your motherfucking house neither, bitch. You was a multi-millionaire. What the fuck I gotta move out for, bitch? I'm gonna be all the way in my room on the West Wing. Bitch, you ain't gonna see me for weeks. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to move out neither. Why? Go pay rent, go do this, go do that, when I could just stay with my rich stepmommy? Child cheese. I'll be Kayla too. Now, the baby shower starts, okay? The baby shower starts, and it's a cool little, baby shower. They got, food trucks and drinks and cocktails and stuff. It's not your traditional so-called baby shower, but it is what it is, and Todd planned it and threw it together, okay? Now, Eva come up on the red carpet leaking titty milk all over the motherfucking place with Cynthia, okay? Love me some Eva, but girl, you definitely should have had some goddamn cotton balls or something right there, girl. This is not your first baby. It is not your second baby. This is your third child. You know that what them things do. You know what them titties give after you, especially when you just had a baby, honey. That milk is just coming out. That pure sweet titty milk is just coming out, girl. So I'm just not understanding why you just ain't had that already kind of figured out and fixed up. But that's your business, okay? Ruined that outfit. That was a cute outfit. Hopefully you got that titty milk out that blouse, because that was cute. Okay. Now Tanya walks onto the red carpet, girl, wearing her shoulder blade, girl, looking like the artist, looking like the singer from a Goofy movie. Remember at the end from a Goofy movie, at the end when they finally got to the concert in the Goofy movie? All my 90s kids, y'all know what I'm talking about? I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Tanya came in with her shoulder blade popping. Okay. You know, talk about some. She wore the shoulder blade just in case she had to check a bitch. Girl, you ain't gonna check nobody. Girl, Tanya, you is not gonna fight or check nobody, girl. I sense everything that's going on with you, and it's definitely not take your earrings off, Vaseline in the face, ponytail on the ground, and squaring up outside on the curb. You don't give me that. But anyway, the shoulder blade was cute. Okay. Now, this is the big, pretty much shebang of the situation. Candy comes in. She loves the shower. She loves everything. But she's having a conversation with Todd. And she said that she wishes that her mom was there. Candy, that ain't Todd's fault. That is not Todd's fault. Your mom is very entitled. And you have made her feel... and nothing's wrong with it. But you have made her feel like she can do no fucking wrong. So it's not Todd's fault why she wasn't there. It was Mama Joyce's pride was the reason why she wasn't there. Let's just be real. Don't be talking to goddamn Todd about your mom not being there, because there's a million fucking things that could have happened to Mama Joyce prior to her attending that baby shower. But it's not about that. It's about your grandchild and your family. That's what it's about. But she said that she wishes that her mom was there, and Todd explains himself and says that he called Mama Joyce. So he reached out to Mama Joyce. He said out his mouth. Now, he might not have apologized to Candy, his wife, but he said he reached out to Mama Joyce and she didn't answer. So what the fuck do you want to happen? I reached out to the old lady and she didn't answer the fucking phone. She wants to be upset. She wants to have a reason to cause a scene and make everything about her. And then Candy was kind of being combative and said that she wants him to apologize. And Todd said, bitch, you irritating the fuck out of me. I don't want to apologize. So hopefully, you know, they got over that. But I just definitely thought that, you know, Mama Joyce was being super petty. Now, the season finale ends with basically Nene and Candy going at it. Now, Nene and Candy, y'all definitely could have fucking saved the argument and shit until another fucking time, because it's Candy's fucking baby shower. Okay? But I guess if Mama Joyce didn't give a fuck about the baby shower enough to show up, I guess these hoes, they ain't got nothing to do with Candy, and half of them jealous of her. They don't give a fuck either. I don't want to speak too much about that argument at the end, because I don't want to come off as biased. I want to see the reunion. I want to see the reunion, and then I'm going to tie in the very end argument at that baby shower in with the reunion. Now, by speaking of reunion, is it going to be a reunion? What's going on with Andy? Does Andy still got the COVID? Now, apparently, see, I'm not monetized yet, but apparently the people are saying that you can't say, you know, the CV. So I'm just going to say the coronavirus. Does Andy still have the coronavirus? Because if not, I don't know how the reunion's finna go. I don't know. All I know is I'm ready for the reunion. I hope these hoes get it together. And until next time, please subscribe to my channel. Like this video. share this video. And I will see y'all later.